is atrocious. What's up, internet? Let's jump right into the next video here. The Cenat allegations are disgusting.
It's just getting completely out of hand. Apparently, Cenat's accuser from last year, who he allegedly linked up with, who goes by the name of Kiara Rush, aka Layla Red, which is her industry name. She dabbles in a particular type of profession that, can pay very handsomely if you know what you're doing. But it seems as though that she's back in 2025, trying to stir up drama again on this man's name by claiming the wildest shit on Tasha K's talk show. And for a little info, Tasha K, she's a blogger, commentator like me, but she's more on the hip-hop tea spill shade room type of content that a lot of ladies eat up 24/7. That's like E! News, TMZ for the bar.
This is wild. What is up with this? Like, what is up with this girl hair right now? Are y'all seeing this? Stop it.
Like pure uncut coke for the crackheads. I mean, shout out to Tasha K, but she's always stirring up drama, and that's why Cardi B sued her for $2 million and won. But anyway, here's what Cenat's accuser had to say.
Will you see Kai again if he called you?
Probably not. And you know what's crazy? Because after he gave me the 5,000 and recorded me and say I tried to extort him, he still tried to. That's what I'm saying. Niggas will go for anything. Like, you just say I tried to extort you, but you trying to steal.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's still.
She's saying right now, dude. This is why the internet is a wild time, because women right now are at the point where it's like, actually, you know what? Let's not even choose genders. Let's not even differentiate the sides. Who's who? Let's just say this. Everyone is in a position right now where they will do anything for clout. They will do and say anything ridiculous, outlandish, defamation of character, all for their 15 seconds of fame. It is such a wild time, all right? You could be as famous as bonkers, hit up a girl in the DM, and she will purposely slide you and then screenshot the message and show it in a group chat just to say, I rejected X famous person. What a time to be alive, guys. What a time to be alive.
Still here in this current year, trying to say that Cenat paid her $5,000 to smash, which was never verified. We do know that he linked up and he smashed, but we do not know if he paid 5 bands just to do the deed. Like, that's the slander she's still trying to put on his name. And at this point, I think he just needs to get his lawyers on her. Like, clearly she won't drop it unless her pockets are on the line.
Did he ever be?
No, it's about 7. Like 7.
Isn't that decent? I don't know.
But it's skinny like a pencil.
Bruh, see, nah, this is crazy, bro. Why are you trying to, like, dog this man out right now on live? Like, even Tasha K was confused as hell, looked flabbergasted and befuddled at the fact that she just said 7 inches is small. Like, okay, Miss Deep Dish, we got it. In your profession, you're used to getting 12-inch bazookas on a regular basis. We got it.
Did he get your head?
A little bit.
What? Everything she's saying seems so clownish. Like, she's just kind of reacting. She's not even really responding to the question. She's kind of just reacting. Whatever's going to create the best amount of reaction. Like, just this is what she's saying. Like, come on, bro. Like, the man is about. If it really. First of all, no, stop. The women have no sense of like measurements, dude. Like, no, I'm not going to believe this, that she knows what 7 inches looks like. Like, if she is such an expert in this profession that she knows what 7 inches looks like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
More than my allegedly.
I like how she's saying allegedly just because she knows the possibility of this man whipping out $1 million on lawyers just to sue her ass into oblivion as possible. Like, at this point, if I were Kai, I'm sicking the dogs on her. Like, I'm calling up my best Jewish lawyer to get on her ass and file the paperwork to shut her the fuck up, because this is just absurd. Now she's trying to accuse this man of munching her backside and licking on the booty crumbs and the crevices of her cheeks. Like, what kind of slander is that? That is just disrespectful, man.
Allegedly, he ate more than.
What?
I have a nice. Everybody say my ass is real inviting, so you know, I'm thick. You know. I know you probably see the videos when I.
Jesus Christ, help me, dude.
Oh, the fat girl, because I did used to be fat.
Man, I love how Tasha K is just looking at her in just complete amazement, shock that she's on live right now saying this to her. Like, this is content. I mean, does this woman have no shame, no embarrassment? Were there no NDAs signed? Like, we know Kai smashed, but at this point, everything else she's trying to say about this man, aside from him allegedly paying her $5,000, is way more embarrassing. I mean, forget the money. All this other shit that she's saying about this guy is just crazy. And obviously, regardless of if it's true or not, she's chasing clout. She's trying to embarrass him because this man's up. And to make matters worse is that this is her profession. Like, she's a professional escort. Like, she's supposed to keep all the shit on the down low. Like, she's not supposed to break doctor-patient privilege. Like, this stuff is supposed to be kept quiet, in private, locked down, and redacted. Again, if I were Kai, man, I'd have to sick the attack dogs on him, man. Couldn't do it.
I don't know what happened. If you and Cenat were in a relationship,
No.
a contractual ship,
Entanglement.
an entanglement.
What are you? What is this? Jada and Will right now? Dude, I'm telling you, just the amount of lies that she's spewing. For what reason? Also, like, are her pockets really that down bad that she needs to be saying this, or is she saying all these things just to get some sort of semblance of notoriety so she can increase her worth of her bag? Like, there's a lot of questions you have to ask yourself when women start doing things like this, bruh. Like, no, seriously, realistically, you need to really ask yourself and really be paying attention to how women move when they move like this, bro. Either she's running out of bread, or she's trying to use this to gas up her prices, bro. Come on, man.
So you were the woman that he went back and forth with, saying he was gonna sue you for leaking photos of him in bed, lying, saying that you paid him $5,000, and all the above.
Yeah.
Do you see the level of not giving a fucking exuding from this woman's face right now? Like Tasha K said, this man was gonna sue her for leaking photos, talking about the situation, slandering his name, and she just nonchalantly says, well, still hasn't happened yet, as if she's waiting to get sued. Like, I mean, this is a really bad look. It's embarrassing. I mean, personally, me, like I said, whether I did or didn't pay this woman $5,000 just to smash, I just couldn't have somebody out here running around with my name in their mouth talking about all this dirty shit that I did to them. Like, that's just OD. That's wild. And you gotta understand, in this industry, perception is very important. How people view you is super important, you know? So at this point, lawsuits need to be filed.
Here, what happened? How did y'all meet?
We met through Funny Marco. I was with Funny Marco, kicking it at his house, know him and shit. He like, oh, I'm gonna put you on with my homeboy. He got money too.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, here's Funny Marco. You guys are probably familiar with him. He's like an IG Instagram comedian guy with his own talk show. And he's the guy who Bobby Althorpe, who fortunately fell off, stole her whole flow from. Like, she stole the awkward, silent interview style from this guy, FYI. But apparently, Funny Marco, before Kai was messing with Kiera, Funny Marco was allegedly paying for her services too.
You was on Funny Marco first.
Yeah.
He said, I'm a...
How y'all, this is the thing that, like, you know, this is the thing that's crazy about all of this, is like, there's a dude by the name of Brute the Force, right? Brute the Force on Twitter. Go check him out. Man's explained, because I'm trying to figure out, like, why y'all paying for box like this, bro? Why y'all paying for box? Most of the time when people pay for box is because they can get the deed done like this, and also the shorty will keep your name out of the public press. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't want to be outed out for being a pro, this, that, and the fourth, right? But y'all are paying for box on shorties that then take this opportunity to say, yo, he paid for box, and then they slander your name. This is what what's name was saying, because it's like, y'all have all this money and you're still paying for box. This is what Brute was saying. Brute was saying that money is third on the list of like things that are important. Money is not as liquid or as important as you really think it is. People think that like, oh, once I get money, once I get the bag, I'm going to become so-and-so person. It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. You're not going to become X person. You can't. Who you are already, money is then going to magnify that. You can't become somebody. That's why you have all those people that like are super rich, but they're still nerds. So they can't get no play. Okay? The first one is influence and fame. Those are the first two actually, and then money. Influence, fame, and money. That's why you can be famous without having any money. That's why you can have influence without having any sort of money. Like those people like in your community or people around you that like they'll do or say things and people will just follow them. That's influence, and then fame and notoriety, and then money. So money's not as like powerful as you guys really believe it is. That's why you like got these celebrities out here paying for box still.
Put you on my boy because he got some money too.
Yeah, and Kyle was live streaming. See, I didn't really know who Kyle was because we was in two different worlds. I mean, I seen him on the internet, but I didn't know exactly, who he was right. Like that.
So that man gave her a referral? What the fuck?
Basically, we got on his live stream. He's like, I'm gonna send him a little token to get his attention. I'm like, okay, do it. So he sent him like a token. So I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen next? So we start talking on the live stream. He like, oh, hey, he's playing his game or whatever. I'm like, playing it around too, like, yeah, whatever, come hit this motherfucker, whatever. So he's like, let me get your number. I'm like, okay. He like, oh, I hit you up 2 years ago. I'm like, you hit me up 2 years ago. He like, you left me on red. I'm like, oh shit. I guess I didn't know who he was back then. I was in my prime back then. I was in the adult industry. I'm like, fuck this little nigga. He ain't got no money, whatever.
Again.
So she's claiming that she was in her prime. So then what are you saying? That you fell off since then? Is this why you're doing all this buffoonery online? Makes sense.
And this woman is just highly disrespectful. Imagine getting ghosted by the industry passing around, bro. Shorty probably more passed around than a blunt on his last legs about to burn the tip of your fingers. Like, bro, what the
He sent me a car from Funny Marco house to his house. Same
right
night.
then.
On the same night.
So you already had Funny Marco.
Funny Marco. Put it on him.
And then he said, I'm going to send you to my boy house. So you left, you cleaned up, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. You always got to keep your whole bag. Always.
Okay, so you got it fresh, left Funny Marco, and then you went over to Cotton.
Man, this is just, bro, I'm done listening to this, man. This is disgusting, bro. Like, this is just way too many details for all of this to be a lie. Like, listen, man, I like Kai, I respect Kai as a creator. I respect AMP. All those guys are, you know, they do what they do. Funny, entertaining, got their own platforms, built it up to what it is. Very respectable. But this right here, man, this is something you gotta clean up. Because there's just no way this woman can be out here in the free world making all these slanderous, defamatory comments and statements about you and your character without getting sued. Like, if this shit is not true, you need to sue her. Plain and simple. Like, this shit happened, what, half a year ago? And she's still talking about it without having been sued. So that lets me know that, and I say this with the most respect possible, that maybe there's some merit to what she's saying. Because again, if somebody was lying on my name like this, and I had access to unlimited funds, I'm spending some of them funds to ruin their life. And I'm sure
100%, but I guess maybe it hasn't reached him yet. But then it's like, this is front page news at the moment. Nah, bro. If this was somebody out here spilling this kind of gossip on my name, it's done, bro. I'm going to sue you into oblivion. You're going to be destroyed. I'm going to make sure so that every internet profile you have or create into infinity, into perpetuity, it'll never see the light of day again. I will sue you and generations following you. Any child that you have, they will also be sued. They will feel the wrath of the lawyers. Y'all are bugging, bro. Y'all are bugging right now on the internet, dude.